I made a video about this Cyclone 200E, talking about my thoughts on it, and one of the biggest downfalls on these things is this ground. And so in the other video, one of the EVERLAST marketing or customer service guys actually commented on it and was telling me about how it's good to have a short ground and, you know, electron flow and all this stuff, blah blah blah. So here's this $300 eBay Chinese welder here, and this is the ground that it comes with. Now this is the EVERLAST. It's got the tiny little itty bitty connectors in it, which, you know, it's not a huge deal. And then over here we have the $300 eBay special clamp, and that's one of the other things that the EVERLAST guy was talking about. He's like, well, our clamp is really good compared to other clamps. Okay, well, here's the $300 eBay Chinese special clamp, and the ground cable, which is about 7.5, almost 8 feet long. I did have to put another end on this thing because I didn't like the way that it was just cheaply crimped, so I crimped it and put solder on it. So this is awesome. Never had any problems with this ground. So I'm sitting here doing some welding on this frame reinforcement here. I got this set at a quarter on their power set. I had to turn the power up just a little bit because it wasn't quite enough, running on 100% CO2. And so I'm sitting here welding on this guy right here, you know, just a simple little thing, and I start smelling burning rubber. So here's their clamp. This connection here actually just caught on fire because it was like almost red hot. You can see the discoloration there. So here's the coveted EVERLAST high quality clamp that their customer service guy was talking about in comparison to the $300 eBay Chinese welder clamp. And I think these might actually be related in some way, but it just fucking caught on fire. Like flames were coming off of this, like actual fire. And this is in the stock form, like how it actually comes from EVERLAST. And yes, I do periodically come in here and scrape these clean, and it was sitting on a freshly ground piece of metal, so there wasn't a whole bunch of resistance in there. So yeah, this is junk. You EVERLAST guys need to go back to the old drawing board there, and you know, the whole thing about, oh, it's built to a price point. Yeah, I get it, but here's a $700 welder and here's a $300 welder, and if these Chinese can make something better quality that comes, you know, from the factory, then you guys can too. Let's just do a quick comparison here, quick side by side. It's twice as long plus that. So here's the coveted high quality clamp that you know, they make a big deal about. And yeah, I get the voltage drop thing, and I get it's built to a price point, but voltage drop is proportionate to the thickness of wire. So if you're running 20 volts through a wire this big, you got to make it bigger, which is what the Chinese did. Make it bigger, make it longer. I mean, really, how much of a difference did it cost to make this versus that? It's probably, I don't know, twice as much. This probably costs $3 and this probably costs $6. You know, I mean, come on. If you guys are going to be marketing these welders, I mean, yeah, okay. Let me back up a little bit. If I wanted a high quality machine, I would have went and spent $3,000 on an ESOP. But I wanted to try these because I, you know, figured I'd give them a chance. But, you know, this is stupid. If you're in a position where you're gonna buy this thing and expect to just use it out of the box, I mean, yeah, sure you can, maybe if you want to weld on some 18 gauge stuff, but this is ridiculous. You can't be like, oh yeah, buy our $700 welder and then buy another $50 lead that comes with it. Well, here's a case in point. The Chinese welder came with a better one out of the box. The point is, this is junk, and you guys are cutting corners to try and save a penny or two. You need to get down with all of your board members, get together in the old back room with your coffee and your umbrella and your coffee and, you know, your pumpkin spice and all that stuff, and you need to say, this was a poor choice. We need to fix this because it's giving us a bad reputation. We can't sell junk, then expect somebody to go spend more money on something to make it work right out of the box. when we got Chinese welders here that were half as much that come with twice as better stuff. So, yeah, you guys need to fix this. Fix it. This is stupid, dumb, retarded. Chinese welder. This is also a Chinese welder, but look at the difference. $300, $700. $300, $700. I mean, come on. So here's the other problem with this short ground cable is that this is how close you have to be to stuff. Now, if you had this sitting on the floor or something, it's like, oh yeah, here, I'm gonna move it over here. Oh yeah, nope, it's too far away. I gotta move the entire rig. So if you had this set up on a, you know, a scooty cart like this, you have to move it every fucking time you do anything with it. But, you know, the old Chinese welder with the 8-foot one, you know, I could have it back there and be fine. But nope, this high-quality EVERLAST built to a price point junk that bursts into flames on you. This is the type of stuff you have to deal with. I forgot my wire brush over there. Got to go get it. Oh, here, let me unhook the ground so I can move around it and then have to hook it back up. Doing some cutting and welding here. There's my welder on the other side of the Mac cart, and look, this is as far as the ground goes. That drawer's closed, by the way. This one's extended. That's probably, you know, that's all you get. But see this clamp? Here's my Chinese welder. That's over there by the Dodge. You know, this is a highly advanced design right here. So don't ever ask questions. I was just moving the cart out of the way so I could sweep, and it got stuck on something. So I had to stop and look, and oh look, it's the $300 eBay Chinese welder. Cord is drooped around and actually touching the ground, but the EVERLAST is not even down to there. More